the rock and roll comes from, I guess, within, but I really wanted to celebrate like the American arts and crafts from the turn of the last century, and I loved that it was a reaction against the industrial age.
Darling, hello, how are you? This is Anna. Welcome to my show. And the look of the show is all about a brown smoky and a little bit of a browny purple stained lip, perfect skin, a little bit of blush, and you know, Anna Sui was talking about arts and craft. I think the girls will look really beautiful. It's going to look great.
You know, it's an arts and crafts inspiration, America. So the patterns of the clothes and the way the clothes are draped and the collars and everything, I felt that the hair needed to be longer. Anna's girl is always someone of an individual, but she also has a cool look about her. And I feel that we've just carried it through.
I hope you enjoy it.
Anna has an optimistic soul, and she's a rock and roll girl, so she stays eternally young. Her shows are always the most exciting nights of Fashion Week.
I'm a fan of Anna's stuff. I like that it's very whimsical. I like the ethereal qualities of the clothes and how she always sticks kind of to the same aesthetic, but it's always variations on a theme.
Her creativity is so admired by our readers. And my daughter loves Anna Sui, so we're here today, you know, really to feel energized by the creativity in the market right now.
American arts and crafts movement was groups of artisans, and a lot of times they lived on communes together because it was during the big immigration when so many people would come from Eastern Europe, and they were artisans there, and they would kind of band together and make commercial products. So they did things like furniture, stained glass, copper, leather, and they made an industry out of it, like a cottage industry. With an amazing company in Italy, Berlin, that does the shoes and the bags, and they're artisans. There's so much handcrafting going on there. Karen Erickson and Erickson Beeman did the jewelry, and one of the things that was so exciting is that we use actual arts and crafts tiles from a company in Detroit called Powabik, which I collect their vases, and growing up in Detroit, you used to see those tiles in people's bathrooms and on their fireplaces, so it's kind of like, it means a lot to me, and we use those tile pieces in the jewelry.
I've always loved vintage, and her stuff is kind of like a reawakening of vintage. It's like very 60s every year, or very 70s, and it's like kind of dipping into an era and making it current. So I love that.
arts and crafts always meet rock and roll. Everything meets rock and roll. And she is the queen of fashion when it comes to that vibration, that rock and roll vibration. And everybody that I know loves her. And I love her the most.
Up on my inspiration board were all pictures of interiors and houses and landscapes because I guess it was America the Beautiful that they were celebrating. So many of the artisans did woodcuts of landscapes. So you saw landscapes repeated throughout the fabrics and the sweaters and the backdrop. And the backdrop, everyone keeps asking me, where is it? And it's Woodstock, but Woodstock's a little flat. So I put in Mount Shasta from California in the background to give it some color and to give it a little diversity.
Anna's just one of the most fiercely independent designers I've ever met. She always stays true to her vision. It's always a magnificent vision as well. She's just one of the coolest women you'll ever meet. She's an amazing person, but so independent and is never swayed by anybody, just her own instincts, which I think is really brave in this world. Yeah.
I really like celebrating like hand craftsmanship, people that really make things with their hands. And I think that I've said that many times before, but it really comes from my heart. I think there's nothing more beautiful.